Hello students, welcome to this lesson, and we are discussing about the embryonic membranes. So during implantation, the blastocyst develops into three layers, namely chorion, amnion, and allantois. So we have chorion, amnion, and allantois. The outer membrane is the chorion and forms the finger-like projections called chorionic villi, which supply nutrients into the embryo. The amnion surrounds the embryo, forming a fluid-filled cavity within which the embryo lies. The amniotic cavity is filled with amniotic fluid. This fluid acts as a shock absorber and protects the fetus against mechanical injury. Amniotic fluid also plays a role in temperature regulation. The chorionic villi, the allantoids, together with the endometrium, and remember the endometrium is one of the layers of the uterus. All these three forms the placenta. The embryo is attached to the placenta by a tube called umbilical cord, and it has the umbilical vein and artery. So this is that umbilical cord. Let us now discuss the roles of the placenta. So one of the major roles of the placenta, it plays a role in protection. Maternal blood and fetal blood never mix. This ensures that the pathogens and toxins or poisonous substances from maternal blood do not reach the fetus. The placenta allows maternal antibodies to pass into the fetus, thus providing the fetus with immunity. The other role is nutrition. Placenta facilitates the transfer of nutrients from the mother to the fetus. Placenta also plays a role in excretion because it facilitates the removal of nitrogenous waste from the fetal blood to the maternal blood. The other role is gaseous exchange. We have oxygen from the maternal blood diffusing to the fetal blood as carbon dioxide from the fetus diffuses into the maternal system. Placenta produces a number of hormones such as the progesterone and estrogen. Remember, there are some substances that are allowed to pass through the placenta and others are not allowed to pass through the placenta. For instance, from the mother to the fetus, the following are allowed to pass: oxygen, digested food such as glucose, amino acid, fatty acids, and glycerol. All these are ready for absorption. We have vitamins, mineral salts, hormones, water, antibodies, and antigens. This one plays a role in immunity. So all these are allowed to pass through the placenta from the mother to the fetus. And from the fetus to the mother, carbon dioxide and nitrogenous waste products pass. What is not allowed to pass through the placenta is all the blood cells, plasma proteins, and most bacteria. We have said that the fetal and the maternal blood do not mix, since exchange of materials occur across the sinus, in the uterine wall, and the capillary system of the fetus across the intracellular space through diffusion. And if the maternal and fetal blood were allowed to mix directly, the delicate blood vessels of the fetus would burst or rupture due to high blood pressure in the maternal circulatory system, and of course that would be very dangerous to the fetus. The next topic we want to discuss is gestation period, and this is the period between conception and birth. In human beings, gestation takes around 9 months, that is 40 weeks. During this period, the embryo differentiates into tissues and organs. So let us look at what happens within the first 3 weeks. In this case, the zygote divides to form a blastocyst, and implantation takes place. We have formation of 3 germ layers, that is the endoderm, the mesoderm, and the ectoderm. The nervous system develops, that is for the first 3 weeks. From the 4th to the 7th week, circulatory and digestive system develops. We also have further development of the nervous system and formation of the sensory organs. By this time, all major internal organs are developed. Then, at the 5th week, the heartbeat is felt. From the 8th to 24th week, all organs are well developed, including sex organs. So if somebody is to go for scanning, the mother is able to know the sex of her baby. We have the hair, the fingers, and the toenails beginning to grow, and even the fetus can move, and the eyelids begin to open. So during this is the week that the mother can feel the fetus kicking in that time. From the 25th to the 30th week, the fully formed fetus responds to touch, noises, and moves vigorously in the uterus. The head turns and faces downwards. That means it is ready for birth. From 31st to the 40th week, the fetus is also increasing in size, and birth can take place at any time. So you can see the changes it is undergoing up to this point where the head is facing downwards, meaning birth is about to occur. Normally, birth occurs after 9-month period. If it occurs before the completion of 6 months, the baby is not likely to survive, and this is referred to as miscarriage. So in most cases, the baby does not survive if birth occurs before completion of 6 month period. Then we have some other terms like abortion, and this is the premature termination of pregnancy, either physically or artificially through the use of suction or hormones. And this is done for mothers whose life is in danger, but that is under recommendation of the doctors. And it is a serious crime in Kenya. It is not allowed. So for girls, you never attempt to carry out abortion. As I had said, in Kenya, abortion is illegal, but permitted only in circumstances where doctors agree that continuing pregnancy would endanger the mother's health. So if birth occurs after a 7-month period, but before full term, then such a case is called premature birth. And in hospitals, premature babies are cared for in incubators. So the mother is just around to breastfeed, but most of the time the baby stays in the incubator until it is able to breathe and on its own. So we are done with that lesson. Here is an assignment for you. Just complete, and you will have, it will give you a better understanding. And I will always remind you, you are a great student. Strive, excel. Goodbye.